got out of my pit early this morning and realised there was a problem with the electrics. We're charging off the solar panels at the moment, but this morning we were down to, I don't know what percentage it was, because my meter there was dead. Everything was dead and I couldn't even start the engine, and I don't know why that was, because the engine battery is separate. Yeah, I turned the key and nothing happened. I jiggled a few things about and then we did get a start and managed to get everything charged up, but I think it's something to do with damp. I've had water coming through vents up there which I've now closed off. They've never had water coming through them before, and it's not supposed to come through, but such was the sea conditions. I've even had to bring a life raft in because it was in fear of getting washed off the boat. As for the back cabin, well, I haven't even started on that. I'm going to need to clear that out because I need to get a look at the engine and check everything. Avocado, my favourite, yummy. And there's only one way to eat avocado, and that's with black pepper and the family sauce, Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, the original. Yeah, baby. I've told the boat if she rolls and this ends up on the floor and not in my stomach, I will be very annoyed. But that's the way to have your avocado. I'm going to enjoy this. It's the first piece of fresh food I've had for 4 days thanks to this weather. Or is it 5 days? I've lost count. Oh! From hell and high water to day 7, where we're in almost a becalmed situation here. Sails are a flogging. I had a good old tear along last night. That was brilliant. Pretty good sailing for the first time during this part of the trip. This morning I noticed a lot of the ropes, these are new ropes, are dirty. Look at this. This actually is part of the Sahara Desert, which is just actually over there, about 140 miles away or so. And that's this haze that you're seeing. It's sand in the air. There's a strange smell in the air as well. I don't quite know what it is. Sort of a slightly sort of musky, perfumed-y, unwashed clothes smell. I don't know what that means. And yeah, so the boat is covered in crap. There's dust everywhere. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's coating everything. Taking the opportunity to sort stuff out, throw out the garbage. Well, not throwing it out, it gets packaged up and put in the back of the boat, ready for disposal ashore. Meanwhile, down below, another reoccurring problem I've got. It should read 220 amp hours there. It's got 31 left in it. I'm having problems with it. The electrics, everything shut down again last night. We ran out of power. It's 2 nights in a row. I don't know if there's a short somewhere. There's all sorts of weird stuff happening. I've just been eyeballing and seeing if I can see anything obvious, going around all the connections and making sure they were tight is the first thing. And I'm going to get the meter out now and check what's actually going on there. Yeah, you sort of catch me a bit unkempt and unwashed. I smell like a pig, and that's an insult to pigs, by the way. I like pigs. Yeah, I haven't had a proper wash for about a week. There's just been no opportunity. This is the first time I've been able to stand in the boat without holding on to anything, and even now the wind's just picking up again actually, which I'll go on deck and just check that out in a second. Hopefully we get some more speed. Doing okay, but I'm worried because of all the bad weather, and the course has been very erratic, and the problems I've had, and the wind and yuck and horribleness. I'm actually at least a day, maybe nearly 2 days behind. My old matey, James, in his boat Moonrise, I lost contact with him the first day. He was gone. I made comms with another English boat about 3 days ago. By nightfall he'd gone, so everybody's doing very fast passages except me. I seem to, as always, be the last one. But this boat sails like a bus. She's brilliant. I tell you what, I did feel very, very safe in shadow. in the rough weather, but just lolloping along so slow. I don't know what we're doing now, only a few knots. I'll give you a quick look at the chart. You've got the Canaries up here where I've just left, one way down to the Cape Verdes. This is all the Sahara Desert here, which is where we're getting the dust from today. So there's still about 300 miles to go to the Cape Verdes, and I'm going to a little island there. If you want to catch updates in real time, go onto Facebook and check out Adventures of an Old Seadog. I'm on there. That's the real time stuff on there. This, as you appreciate, gets filmed and edited and put up when I'm on shore, so there's a delay in time on these videos. Okay, right. I better get cracking. Got lots to do. I got up this morning, made myself a cup of coffee. Good morning. It is day 9 of my trip from the Canary Islands to the Cape Verde Islands, and we got a problem this morning, Houston. But that's good. You can probably already hear and maybe see the problem. On this trip so far, lots of very rough weather, humongous waves surfing down, massive swells. We've had a couple of days, well, one really good day of sailing and one really good fast night. That was 2 nights ago. Yesterday, no wind. Today, again, no wind. This is the 2nd day, and I'm talking completely no wind. The sails are flogging. They're only flogging. They're making their own wind because the boat is rolling, but there's no actual wind. I haven't seen the horizon for 5 days. There's this really strange mist. It's everywhere, but it has lifted up in the sky to some extent. There is a bit of something coming through there. The boat is still covered in this foul brown stuff. You can see it here on the ropes. It's everywhere. Opposite, the boat is filthy. I hate the boat filthy. Still got an ongoing electric problem. Not enough, and part of it is because I haven't seen the sun. I haven't seen the sun for 5 days now. It's just been this mist, and it's hot. It was really hot last night. But we are off the coast of Africa, Barry. Hey, I know. Well, actually, we're not. We're away from that, and we're out in the middle of nowhere, hundreds of miles from anywhere. And yes, I'm not wearing a life jacket. The boat's sitting still. I was actually there's bubbles down here. They're not even moving. Before anybody says, why aren't you wearing a life jacket? You're not in the cockpit. I might actually go for a swim and have a look. And there's a bird over there. What's he doing? You're 200 miles from land, mate. What are you doing out here? Swimming in the Atlantic. Yeah, baby. I'm actually looking out for sharks. But I hope Shaddy doesn't get any wind up now because I'm in a problem. I've got a safety line. A couple of hours after I had my nice little refreshing dip in the Atlantic, checking the plotter, we're under engine and making a bit of headway. But you can definitely tell I'm not in Europe. On my AIS up here, it'll tell me what ships and things are in the area, and I've had nothing for a long time now. But all of a sudden, there's a contact, and if I click on him, I go through his details. The guy, he's on his way to Singapore. That is so cool. And all I want to do is get to the Cape Verde Islands. It's been a long trip, guys. Hard. But they always are. That's just it. And that next cold beer and pizza ashore is looking better and better in my mind's eye. So I'm really stoked about this because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time in preparation for the next leg of the journey. Because if you're coming down to the Cape Verdes, there's no way back to Europe using the same route. So there's only one reason to come down this far, come this far south, and that is to cross the Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean. You might have already known that if you've seen my live updates on Facebook. But if you haven't, that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is a bit of a rehearsal for that, but there's no way back. From where I am now, there is no way back to Northern Europe. You have to do the route around the Atlantic, so that means crossing the Atlantic. So I'm really stoked that this is working behind me, because this is something I've been planning for a long time. The wear and tear on this journey is beginning to show. Yeah, there's quite a bit of repair work to do. Can't see nothing! After 12 days at sea, I'm finally here. But somebody has stolen these West African islands. They are no longer here. Where are the Cape Verde Islands? Gotta say, it is a bit weird just not seeing anything. And I'm surrounded, there's an island back here, and there's the main island over there. But I mean, I've got GPS, I've got local radio, I've been listening to some of the music, it sounds brilliant. Sort of cross between Portuguese, because these islands were Portuguese originally. And almost as if by magic, through the mist they appeared. There's the Cape Verdes, looking very mysterious. Lost it. It's just dragging. It's not taken, and it's not gonna now. Right, they've come down. They got the anchor chain of the guy in front.